Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your January 2020 general readings. We are looking at the first half of January from the 1st through the 15th, the very first general reading of a brand new year. Welcome everyone, welcome newcomers, and welcome back followers and subscribers, and thanks for all that you do in support of this channel. I hope everyone had a wonderful, blessed, and safe holiday season and are looking forward into this brand new year. So this reading is for the air sign of Libra for the first half of January 2020. That's Libra Sun, Moon, Rising if your Venus is in Libra, or if you're cross-watching for a Libran as well. Watch all of your signs' videos if you know them and if you can, because general readings always resonate a little differently for everybody, as many of you know. And watching your other videos can hopefully bring additional clarification to whatever it is going on in your life right now. And if any of you are interested in reaching out to me for a personal one-on-one reading, particularly if any of these videos resonate with you, just click on the description link below for more info and contact details. You'll see my email address there. You can email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I can usually respond to initial inquiries within the same day or the first 24 hours. And I do offer a wide variety of readings for all the main areas of life for you, or as a gift for friends, family, and loved ones. And you may want to check out the 6 and 12-month overviews I do, which take a look at what's coming in your life over the next 6 or 12 months, depending on how far ahead you want to look. People order them at all different times of the year, but I always get a lot of requests for them around this time of the year as we are ending one year and starting a new one and kind of wanting to get a look ahead, so something to keep in mind. Okay, Libra, let's see what the first half of January has in store for you. For those of you who want to know, I am using the Gilded Tarot by artist Cyril Marchetti. So Libra, we begin with the Page of Swords, followed by the 10 of Wands, the 4 of Swords, followed by Temperance. The Hanging Man from the bottom of the deck is your overall energy and focus for the first half of January. So it looks like many of you are holding back from doing something, maybe getting a different perspective, watching a particular situation play out. You may feel like kind of jumping in and wanting to maneuver, manipulate, force an outcome, rush an outcome, speak your piece. But the Hanging Man represents not doing that for the time being. He hangs upside down. Here it's actually from a wheel, but in other tarot decks he's depicted as hanging from the Tree of Life. To get further knowledge, it might be a somewhat uncomfortable or awkward position to be in, particularly if you don't want to be manifesting this energy, because sometimes it can feel like you're in stasis or in limbo. But while you're doing this, doing something different, many of you, than what you're normally used to doing in this situation, you can get a different perspective. This is a temporary transitional energy. He hangs upside down, understanding that he's going to get greater gains by going through kind of this minor sacrifice now, and also because often this card implies that there's a situation that is still in flux. You don't know everything, you haven't seen everything yet, and you're kind of watching how things play out. And perhaps gaining some wisdom or a different perspective or some further knowledge or illumination while you're doing that. So we have, and there's a fair amount of elemental energy here for swords. We have 3 swords, 1 wands, and temperance. So swords is mental energy, air energy, which represents thoughts that go on in our heads, belief systems, ideologies, truth, wisdom, education, honor and integrity, higher roads. So we have the Page of Wands accompanied by the 10 of Wands. So the Page of Wands, pages usually represent individuals who are just starting off on a path where they're taking everything that they have been learning and studying, and now they're getting ready to put it into practical application. So they can be somewhat unsure and a little bit nervous of, what the right thing is to do or how to apply what they know in a real and practical way. They can represent messages and messengers. Maybe some of you have gotten some messages and you're just kind of sort of holding back for the time being while you're kind of thinking about it and watching to see how the situation is playing out. The Page of Swords can often also represent being in a situation where some of you may be in a bit of a moral or an ethical dilemma, and you're trying to figure out what the best thing is to do. Do you stand up and speak, because swords can represent how we communicate our words and our ideas? What is the right thing to do here, and how do I go about doing this? Sometimes it can represent needing to be the one to stand up and speak when everybody around you is not, which can be a very uncomfortable place and make you feel very nervous and unsure of yourself. Although I don't feel like you're doing it right now. I feel like this Hanging Man energy and this Four of Swords too is about you're kind of watching things play out and asking yourself at the same time, what is the right thing to do? We have the Ten of Wands that accompanies the Page of Swords, which is fire energy. That's the element which governs the suit. It's usually about change and action. Tens represent cycle completion, cycles ending, or coming to a fulfillment place where then it transitions into something else or you start something new. The Ten of Wands represents a long-held heavy burden coming to an end. This could be an actual cross that you've had to bear, something you've been working on for a long time, just a situation or a relationship or something that you've been dealing with for quite some time. And even though you have been shouldering it successfully, it's heavy. It's so heavy this man can't even stand up and stand up straight. But you can see that his head is up. He is looking at that place just over here where his destination is, where he can lay these wands down, because this card can represent feeling very tired and overwhelmed, coming to the end of something. Some of you may be, in fact, watching something come to an end. Maybe perhaps as the Hanging Man energy, maybe some of you are watching this ending, something coming to an end, and feeling really kind of tired about it. But some of you, I feel, may be watching a situation play out, whether it's in your own life directly or outside of your immediate circle, and wondering what the best thing is to do to bring this to a conclusion if you can. For some reason, I'm getting... well, for the reason that some of you need to hear this. For some reason, I'm getting that this is a situation at work for some of you, that there is something playing out in your job or work environment that involves other people, which you may be in, but I don't feel like a lot of you are directly involved in what it is that you see playing out, even though you're in the midst of it. I don't feel like you're actively involved, but that you are trying to figure out, you're watching it kind of play out. It might be, some kind of office drama or rumors or gossip or something of that sort. And you're kind of watching it play out. You're not really doing anything yet because you're not sure what to do. Although it does feel like you're tired of whatever has been ongoing. And for others of you, this can, it's a general reading, so it's going to resonate for some of you in one area of your life. For others of you, it might be work. For others of you, it might be personal relationship or family dynamics or something of that sort. But wondering what to do, but not really acting on it yet. And I feel that's the right thing for you to do. We have next to that the Four of Swords and Temperance. So the Four of Swords is a card of pulling back, at least temporarily, from conflict. I say temporarily because you can see this knight is still wearing the majority of his armor. He's removed his helmet, his hand gauntlets, but for the time being, he's not engaged at all. The swords pointing down at him represent the conflict, the challenge, the struggle, whatever it is. His own sword, meaning his own ability to defend himself or speak or something of that sort, is close by his hand should he need it. But for the time being, he's taking a step back to rest, recuperate, maybe get a different perspective. This can also be a card that represents feeling, tired, needing to kind of take a step back because you're feeling overwhelmed, tired, exhausted, just like with this Ten of Wands. We have the Ten of Wands and the Four of Swords here, both, which do carry with it an energy or a feeling of, I'm so tired of this, I'm so tired of this, and I really want this to come to an end. Do I have a place in bringing this about, or what do I do about this? But not doing anything about it now, because it looks like right now you just want to take a break. For some of you, this might be some post-holiday drama of some kind as well. Accompanying the Four of Swords is Temperance, which speaks about maintaining your balance. Temperance is about balancing opposite extremes by staying in the middle and not leaving your centered, your grounded, this is who I am, I know what I'm about kind of place. It's like being in the middle of a seesaw or teeter-totter. The outside arms, which we have no control over, represent things that we have no control over, other people, situations, sometimes feelings. They go up and down, and if we leave our center to get involved in that, then that's where we will often lose our balance, because we have no control over how those things move. Temperance is about kind of remaining in the middle. In the culinary world, to temper something means to take something hot and something cold and blend them together, but you can't do it all at once. You have to introduce each to the other in small amounts until you can blend everything more harmoniously. So it's about kind of staying grounded, staying centered and focused. Again, this is a general reading, so the area of your life that it resonates in is going to be different. I am, for some reason, getting a strong that this is a situation which involves other people at work, in some kind of work environment. For others of you, it might be a circle of friends or family dynamics, or, you know, in your community or on a project of some kind, but it feels like people that you're around regularly, that you know that you're around regularly, and there's some kind of situation playing out or some kind of drama playing out, and you're not quite sure. You're tired of it, but at the same time you're holding back because you're not quite sure if your place is to do or say something, and if so, what action needs to be taken. Let's pull an advice card from Spirit, higher message from Spirit, to see what is the suggested wisdom, the advice for how best to navigate through this situation for the first half of January. There's just a lot of energy here. It's like almost half of it is about being tired of this, and the other half is about kind of holding back because you're just not sure quite yet. The Five of Wands in reverse. Well, that's pretty clear. In the upright position, it represents conflict, struggle, competition, gossip, rumor mongering, you know, everybody kind of going around the same old battle, the same old fight. Nobody's really out to seriously hurt or injure anybody. These are practice weapons they're using. But nobody's willing to step back to kind of elevate themselves, take the higher road. It just keeps going on and on and on. No clear solution, no winner, but no loser, no winner. It just keeps going on and on. In the reverse, it represents not continuing, stepping out of the circle, not involving yourself in, again, whatever drama is playing out. This may change as time goes on, but for at least the short time period we're looking at, the first 2 weeks of January, Spirit's advice is that you continue to do for this time what you have been doing, which is not getting involved directly, and not being part of any gossip or rumors or chatter conversation, you know, petty, because this can represent, the Five of Wands in the upright represents being quite petty about something as well. So definitely the non-involvement during this time is the best road to take, though, of course, as I always say, we live in a free will zone, and you're free to make the decisions you feel is best for you. But for many of you, Spirit is advising that you maintain not getting directly involved or taking action just yet. So Libra, that is your reading for the first half of January. I hope you enjoyed it or found it helpful and enlightening somehow. Again, if any of these videos resonate for you, you'd like to take a deeper look at anything else for yourself or as a gift for a friend, family, or loved one, and you are interested in a personal reading, just click on the description link below for more info and contact details. Feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you. I do readings full-time, 5-6 days a week, sometimes 7. So I'm pretty diligent at working with everyone's schedules to get readings out in as timely and quick a fashion as possible. So email me if you're interested and we'll set something up for you. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the January 2020 mid-month readings. Until then, I wish everyone a wonderful start to this new year, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.